Dustin, a pretty nip and tuck game all the way through tonight. You were involved in one of the bigger plays, getting the game tied. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. Jace Ray broke to second, and then you were eventually able to steal home on the throw. Was that a play that had been talked about before that pitch, and how did you know when to take off?
Yeah, we had talked about it. The third baseman kind of vacated the line and got back a little bit. So I just wanted to take an aggressive secondary and read the throw, and luckily he didn't throw at the home plate, so I scored standing.
Is that a read of the catcher, and when he lets go of the ball, how are you aware that maybe the shortstop's not cutting in front to pick that off? When did you know it was safe to go?
Well, I had a pretty good lead with the third baseman back, so as soon as he released it and I could see it was going to second base, I went. With the chance of it being a bang play at the plate if the shortstop does cut it off, but it all worked out for us, tied the game, and luckily SB was able to hit that double down the line.
You guys had sort of a disappointing end to the last homestand, a couple of games that you probably felt should have gone in your favor that got away. How good was it to come from behind late in the game and get a win to start a road trip?
Oh, those are always fun, especially we had a 12-hour bus ride getting up here today, late check-in, and going from there. But yeah, those are a blast to do, blast to play. Skyke threw a great game out there and kept us in it even when we were down 3-1 and kept us in the ball game, and happy to get the W for him.
I'm going to assume for most of your career you've been a middle of the order type guy.
Mm-hmm.
You've dropped down to the 8th spot here over recent days, and your offense has picked up. You're still leading the team in runs batted in.
Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing a different way that people are pitching you, more pitches to hit a little bit?
Yes and no. Everybody kind of has a scouting report going into it, sees the write-ups and all that. I think I just approach has changed. Just started trusting an approach again and getting comfortable. So wherever Hoop puts me in the lineup, that's where I'm going to try to perform and do the best for the team. Whether it's 4-hole, 8-hole, 9, whatever he has in store.
We appreciate the time, Dustin. Before we let you go, anybody you want to say hi to?
Family back home, fiance back home with seeing our parents up here. So yeah, just all the family out there watching.
Hoop, after a disappointing end of the last homestand a little bit, I know you felt a few missed opportunities got away. How good did it feel to start a 6-game road trip by coming from behind late in the ball game and getting a win?
Felt good. I thought we hit some balls really well, I thought, tonight. Just tough. This is a tough ballpark to get the ball in the air and to drive some balls. But Louis hit one off the top of the fence. Epp drove that one. I think he thought it was gone when he hit it. It's a tough place to leave the yard, that's for sure, with that wind coming off the water out in left field. But came out with a win. We grinded it out. We had the big 3 innings there in the 3 runs there in the 7th that we really needed. We needed that win. We need to get back on track. Hopefully that can get us some momentum going. I feel like we're real close to breaking out again. This is a great lineup we have. We've just got to do the little things right and keep producing when we have those opportunities, because we had some -1s on the board again tonight. The -1s are, when you don't get a job done, don't get a guy over, don't get a guy in with less than 2 outs. So we'll continue to work. Tomorrow we'll show up and get better.
The big play of this game, anybody that listened or walked will know, it came in the 7th with 2 outs, runners on first and third. Jace Ray bluffed towards second. Dustin Geiger was able to steal home on the throw. How much did the failures early in the game to get somebody in with 2 outs and a runner on third increase the need to maybe try something out of the box like that?
Yeah, and that's kind of how we've been lately. We've been everybody knows we're scuffling, scoring some runs right now. We had a hard time again tonight until that 7th, but we needed to grind another one out. Pop and I are on the same page. We are on the same page with a lot of things, and I knew exactly with the sign that he gave me from first what we were going to do, and I told Guy to be ready if Jace ran. So he just took off early, and it's one of those situations where we'll stop early and try to steal a run at times. A lot of teams will do it, and I'm glad we were successful doing it, because that ended up being the winning run.
Jason Van Skyke gave up a couple of runs early in the game, 3 runs total, but he was able to do really what you need to got to do. Go 7, turn it over to Corella and Navarez. I'm assuming you're happy with his outing tonight.
Absolutely, and like you said, if we can draw it out, get through 7, go to Corella and Navarez. So with these guys, they're a good club. They're going to drive you crazy. They're going to put the ball in play. They're going to hit and run. They're going to bunt. Greg does a great job with what he has year in and year out. You give the guy a lot of credit because he finds a way to win with what he has, and they grind it out. They're just good baseball players. They put some pressure on you defensively and make you work as a pitching staff. And we had a good conversation about it before the series today. We need to try to go at guys and get strike 1 and work from there.